Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Starfield. Let's forget the plans that I mentioned at the end of the last video. Today we are right here on Titan because we are going to visit New Homestead. I actually brought Heller along on my crew.
Hey, it's always a good day when you come around.
And...
Hey, you need something?
yeah, let's get you to follow me.
Perfect.
Apparently he is from New Homestead, or Titan, I'm not sure which. And he apparently has some voice dialogues if you bring him along to New Homestead, so let's do just that.
You'd have to be crazy to wander around here without a spacesuit.
People said he had some special dialogue when you land with him on New Homestead, but is that it? So, we've been to New Homestead before, but we only came down here to do a delivery quest. So we literally just stayed at the spaceport and then we left. But this is our first time entering New Homestead for real. Oh, that's cool.
Don't stay outside for too long here on Titan. You'll freeze solid without the proper protection.
Okay, let's go in.
Live a simple life. Try not to complicate it.
Of course.
You don't want to get hurt or sick around here. Dr. Lakota really doesn't care for tourists. Wish someone could convince her otherwise.
Oh, okay, let's go in.
I'm not sure that these space frog pictures fit with our town's historical aesthetic, but they do bring a smile to my face.
New Homestead. Wait, what's up here then? Cafeteria area? Nope. Farming area? Oh, whatever. Let's go to where the marker is. Wait.
I really don't get the appeal of this insurance place.
This screen is super laggy for some reason. I might have to cut this out. Oh, it says blast zone for some reason. Oh, I guess it's no longer a quest anymore because we visited New Homestead. So let's track this quest instead. And where's she? Down here.
To lay eyes on the Earth just once.
I'll bring you to Earth.
Hello there. Are you here to peruse our little museum?
I'll leave you on Earth. I didn't actually know this was a museum.
I could see how that might not be clear, given that it's displayed in the main concourse here. But if you take a look, you'll notice our collection of rare Earth antiquities salvaged from before the collapse. It's quite the unique glimpse into our past. If you have any questions about the exhibit or New Homestead, I'm happy to answer as best as I can.
What can you tell me about how New Homestead came to be?
It's an interesting story. New Homestead began as a scientific research base called the Titan Astrobase, back when space travel was in its infancy. The hope was that humanity would be able to discover simple alien life here given the moon's composition and water supply.
Is this a real thing?
When that ultimately failed, it was repurposed as a colony research base, where scientists and engineers studied how to build colonies on inhospitable worlds. Then, finally, when gravity drives were commonplace and we started finding Earth-like planets, New Homestead was born as a living history community to preserve that past.
did not know they had interesting family names, but apparently they do. Everyone here has such interesting family names. What's the deal with that?
When our early colonists learned of Earth's demise, they decided to take on the names of their cities of origin as a way to remember their heritage. Now, some may have been lost in translation over the years, and some may have taken it more seriously than others, but the names are mostly accurate. For instance, my family comes from the city of Lyon, in a country that was called France.
Who are you and what do you do around here?
I am Maurice Lyon, and I am the community elder. As the oldest living citizen at 96, my only job is to keep Earth history alive. I tell stories to the young people and the visitors from other worlds. Although my memory isn't what it used to be, I try my best to get the stories right.
Could you tell me a story about Earth?
Sure, I'd love to. There was once a war, so big that they say all of the world was involved. This was actually the second time it happened.
World War II?
They fought because a terrible man named Hitler rose to power and slaughtered many innocents. Millions were lost. Even the colony war pales in comparison.
Do you have any more Earth stories?
Why, certainly. It's what I do. There was a time when huge monstrosities called dinosaurs ruled over Earth, long before humans existed. They were similar to some of the larger life forms you might see elsewhere in the settled systems. Their reign ended when I can never remember if it was a comet, an asteroid, or a meteor that hit the Earth. Whatever it was, it nearly wiped out most of the life at that time.
Okay, so I guess we can just keep
I apologize. Could
asking
you
about Earth
speak
stories.
up?
Can you tell me more about this exhibit?
Of course, certainly. We have several items in our collection that we rotate in and out over time, but they all originate from the same place, Earth. We have everything from toys to antique technology to sports memorabilia. We even used to have an old Earth vehicle, but we had to sell it when we ran out of space for it. Most
You have
of
an
our
entire
collection
planet,
was
or
donated
moon.
by fellow Earth enthusiasts and historians who felt it belonged close to the homeland here in the Sol system.
Oh, so where is it now?
Enjoy the rest of your stay in New Homestead.
Let's talk to whoever we need to talk to.
Hello.
What do you mean ran out of space? You have a freaking moon, just build a new habitation. Or new hab,
Medical
put it in.
assistance?
Great. Juliana?
Another tourist. Let me guess. You slipped on the ice and need a doctor to wrap your sprained ankle?
I'm here visiting, but not as a tourist.
I appreciate that you're trying to set me at ease, but that might as well be the same. Sorry for how I responded. It's not you, it's me. I'm just frustrated about all the non-native people I need to treat when our own still need help. Anyway, what can I do for you?
I don't really know. You really don't seem to like tourists.
I don't. They make a mockery of New Homestead culture. And on top of it, they're reckless. It's like I said before, I feel like I'm treating them more often than our own people.
Sounds frustrating. I wish there was something I could do.
Actually, maybe there is. I have an idea that may be best suited for someone relatively unknown, instead of myself. I've got a mountain of work and a reputation to maintain.
Yeah, I just drive my reputation
So
into the
I bought
dirt.
a realistic monster costume.
Oh,
the plan
nice.
was to wear it, scare tourists away, and start a rumor about terrible creatures living on Titan. I figure that once word gets around, tourism will take enough of a dive to give me some relief.
Now that just sounds fun. I don't care if it works, I'll do it anyway.
That's the spirit. To be honest, I'm not sure it'll work either, but I feel like there's no harm in trying. Here's the costume. I think this will work best on the surface, so just find a group and run up to them, acting like a convincing alien monster. With any luck, they'll run screaming and book the next flight out of here.
Amazing. Looks amazing. Show in settlements.
You get used to the methane processing smell after a while.
Jemison in my class the other day. Can we go there someday, Mama?
Welcome to New Homestead.
The guards obviously don't care.
Lots of history here, if you're into that sort of thing.
Alright, let's go outside. Do we have to go outside for this quest? Oh, I don't have it. Apparently we can't wear a boost pack with this. But that's alright. Oh, they're all the way down there. Monster with the flashlight. We ate someone with a flashlight. That's the story.
He's going to eat us! Run!
Running right towards me.
He's chasing me!
Ah! And then he's just following this monster. Ah! Get back to your ship!
What is that thing?
I wonder where they go. Did they really go back to the ship?
Get away! He's going to eat me!
Or are they just running back into New Homestead? They are. Sucks to be you, kid. Grow longer legs. And I'm just gonna follow them inside. That guy just closed it. So I mentioned in the end of the previous, or I mentioned in the comments of the previous video I uploaded, but I turned down my my vocal voices on my recording. Come on in here with the creature. So I shouldn't sound as loud as I did before. So hopefully that the audio is a little bit more balanced now.
No!
Wait,
Leave me alone!
what happened to your parents? They just left without you?
Huh. Damn power's on the fritz again.
I guess they just disappeared. Oh, probably should have listened to that then. I still see the kid.
I can't wait to go away on my learning vacation when I grow up.
Oh, that's not the same kid. Never mind. Damn it.
What can I do? Don't be afraid to do whatever you can to make that monster feel extra convincing. Just don't hurt anyone.
Where'd you get a costume like that anyway?
I bought it from a private seller. They said they got it from someone who wore it in a secondary school as their sports team mascot. I guess it was supposed to be a tardigrade or something. Anyway, the person I bought it from modified it a bit so they could use it in an independent movie they were making. But I guess that went nowhere, so they had to sell it. Lucky me, I suppose.
Wait, mascot?
They say.
How does it look like? Okay.
I'll treat you if you need it, but please try to be more careful around here.
Are there any dangerous hazards to worry about on Titan?
It's a harsh world, but as long as you're inside
Are there any...
or wear a suit when going out, you'll be
monster
fine
suit?
here. There's no breathable air on the surface, and you'll quickly freeze to death outside without protective gear, but otherwise the hazards are minimal. New Homestead was an early colony research base and has stood the test of time. It's safe, and it's proof that people can live pretty much anywhere. Don't worry so much.
Cool. Is it difficult being a doctor in such an old-fashioned community?
Even though we don't have shiny new medical facilities, I imagine it's easier than wherever you're from.
Is she looking down on me?
And we're very responsible when it comes to our personal health and welfare. So there's not much I can't handle. For anything else, we can get access to off-world specialists. Contrary to popular belief, we're not primitive.
I scared off some tourists for you.
Oh, I'm glad it worked. I'm just happy I was able to find someone willing to help with this ridiculous idea. Tell you what, if you want to come back later and do this for me a couple more times, I'll even let you keep the costume.
Yes. Let's go.
You wouldn't believe how many off-worlders think hiking the surface of Titan is all fun and games. But a lot of thrill seekers end up in my office. Try to be careful out there.
I guess we just have to wait a little bit then. What was the other one? Was it Joyce that we should speak with?
We take vandalism seriously here. You don't mess.
There are times
I can't imagine living here. These people sure are hardy.
I can't believe the chunks here ran out of special sauce again. It sounded like that Luther guy would pay someone to get it for him.
Huh.
Welcome to Chunks.
Since Luther's
we got
here,
lots of chunks to choose from.
might as well talk to him
there.
first.
Welcome to the new Homestead Chunks. We've got all your Chunks' favorites. Well, almost all of them. Sadly, we're out of the special sauce. I know. But everything else is still that great Chunks food you know and love. So, what can I do for you?
So, what's your favorite chunk?
Oh, you had to go and ask the hard questions, huh? How can I pick just one? Well, there's chicken chunks, beef chunks, potato chunks, cheesesteak chunks, cheesecake chunks. You know what? I'm gonna cheat if you don't mind, and just say I love them all equally.
Okay. You really seem to love chunks, huh?
You know I do. And what's not to love? It's delicious, nutritious, easy, fast, inexpensive. It sure makes my hungry belly sing for joy. My wife thinks I eat too much Chunks food, but I just can't help myself. It's so good.
New Homestead all about authentic living history. What's Chunks doing here?
Well, people gotta eat, you know. But seriously, I think we're just starting to get with the times a little. And I can't think of a better restaurant than Chunks to usher that in. I think corporate just saw New Homestead as an untapped market. Yeah, the locals may not eat it, but the tourists love having a taste of home.
Running out of Chunks special sauce sounds like a problem.
If I'm completely honest, it is. And people are always saying how this Chunks can't compare to the real deal. And I just know it's because we never had that mouth-watering sauce. I've been in contact with some of the other restaurants out there, and they'll give me some. But they say they can't afford to send it, and I don't have a ship, so what am I to do?
I have a ship. Is there a reason Chunks doesn't just send you the sauce?
For real? Good question. Now, they haven't said, but I think it has something to do with them prioritizing other chunks over mine. I guess it's made at a different facility than our other food, and they don't even want to pay the shipping cost to ship from another store to ours.
That's kind of shitty of them.
Sometimes I get lucky and a cargo hauler passes through with a route that takes them near other chunks and back again, but there's no guarantee.
Is the sauce really that important?
You bet it is. You may not hear people talk about it, but trust me, it's the secret ingredient. It's like the glue that holds it all together. I mean, not literally. I'm not saying it's glue or that our food falls apart. It's delightful. Tangy, savory, it's a little sweet, but not too sweet. And I've noticed that once people find out we don't have it, sometimes they don't return. It's the reason business isn't as good as other chunks.
Well, that's too bad. Anyway, I need to go. If you just need someone to get it, I could do that for you.
Wait, for real? You do that? You're not pulling my leg?
Yeah, no problem. Just tell me where to go.
Oh, yeah, right. I actually just got a message back from another chunks before you got here, and they got a case ready to go for me. Just tell them you're there to pick it up for me, and it should be good to go. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks for choosing Chunks. Which chunks would you like today?
Very enthusiastic.
Welcome to Chunks, home of the best chunks in the settled systems.
What exactly are chunks made of?
Honestly, you're probably better off not thinking about it.
Hey, welcome back.
Okay.
Can I get you something else?
No, thanks. I just had a question about the, food.
Food.
Sure thing.
Do people
food.
on other worlds really eat this stuff? I mean, I'm no stranger to processed protein, but this is... Well, it's like eating the packaging the protein comes in. I don't see what the appeal is.
Chunks in for everyone, I guess.
I guess these
I'll tell you,
would
this
taste
is
like
the most popular
MREs and
food in the
stuff.
settled systems. They must be doing something right.
Maybe it's just me then. Well,
You've chosen
more
Chunks.
for everyone else.
What a great choice. What chunks can I get you?
I could
Okay.
have sworn I've seen.
Ooh, I can't wait until it's time to eat. I'm gonna use our discount to get a bunch of different chunks and mix them all up. Try some new flavor profiles, as they say in the biz.
Those silly little space frog posters somewhere else. Never thought I'd see them here.
Okay, let's go to Neon.
The Chunks family is happy to see you and to serve you. What can I get you?
You sound exactly the same as the other Chunks
Welcome to
employees.
Chunks. Please choose your chunks.
What exactly are chunks made of?
I don't know. Smaller chunks.
I'm here to pick up some special sauce for chunks in New Homestead.
Huh. I thought that was a joke at first, but yep, here you are. Let me get that for you. Hey, and let me know if I can get you some chunks for the road. Thanks for choosing Chunks.
Just here for a chat?
Let's look at this. Welcome to the wide universe of Chunks, the Cell System's only fast food chain. We specialize in enhanced synthetic flavor with over 50 tasty varieties, including favorites like chicken, chocolate, potato, apple, and homemade pumpkin pie. Better than the real thing, that's the Chunks guarantee. I'm doubtful.
Hey, you're back. People are getting antsy for special sauce. You got it?
Yep.
Hey, good to see you again. About that sauce.
I got the Chunk special sauce for you.
All right, lay it on me. Let's take a look. Thanks again. Now, no one's gonna mind if I sneak a pack or two for myself, right?
You just made me do a personal run for him, didn't he? Is that it?
Welcome to Chunks. We got lots of
I
chunks.
swear, he's
Have a
probably the only
great
one that
day.
cares about the sauce. Huh.
Welcome
Thought there'd
to Chunks,
be a little bit
home
more
of
to
the
that
best
quest.
chunks in the settled systems.
You people actually eat this stuff, huh? Maybe I should just try it and see what the big deal is.
Let's go talk to Joyce. No. Hey, Joyce.
I love this moon and its people.
Sorry about your box. Just knocking stuff over. Alright. Joyce.
Oh,
Osaka.
hello there. Are you here about the brownouts? That's usually the only reason people come up here to talk to me, since I'm the power system manager here.
That's kind of lame. Brownouts?
Yes, the power shortages we're experiencing. Haven't you seen the flickering lights?
Nope.
This equipment is all very old, and the protections against the cold have worn down, so now, brownouts. All the time. And I get to deal with it. Hooray for me.
Fine, I'll say it. You're in charge of all the power here? Get it? Charge? Don't even know what that means.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep, I get it all right. Yes, I'm in charge of the electrical power here. We generate a lot of wind-based power here on Titan, which is my specialty, so I was tapped to help navigate all the unique challenges we face here. Shocking, I know.
Actually, yes. I came specifically to talk to you about the brownouts.
Of course you did. That's okay. It's a problem here. Citizens and visitors alike have a right to know what's going on and when to expect a fix. Problem is, I don't know how long we'll have to deal with this, because I'm needed here to oversee the whole system, and we don't currently have anyone available to go out and solve the issue at the moment.
I mean, she just mentioned it. Okay. What's it like working on the surface of Titan?
Well, I just started this job a few months ago, but I'm loving it, despite all the small frustrations of working on ancient equipment. I came here as a child and did one of the tours. I loved it so much, I jumped at the chance to come back after finishing my studies in energy science. I know it may sound unusual, but I knew what I was getting into with Titan's harsh surface. The challenge is actually one of the things that attracted me to the job.
So you're not originally from New Homestead?
No, New Atlantis, born and raised. It's okay though. I've always liked this quaint little moon. Not that it's actually that little as far as moons go. The people here were a little wary of someone coming in from the outside, but once I changed my name in accordance with their local customs, it went a long way to build trust.
That's why.
And that was fine by me. I feel proud, taking on the name of the Earth City my family came from many, many years ago.
Well, ask this anyways. How does New Homestead get its electrical power?
Did you see those huge wind turbines out there on your way in? They're our primary source of power generation. Titan's strong winds provide an almost constant source of power, as long as we can keep the machinery from icing over.
Maybe there's something I can do to help with the brownouts.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. I'm a little new to the job, and I'll admit I'm struggling a little bit. I could use some help.
I could probably help. I know what it takes to keep an outpost running.
Oh,
I don't.
Excellent. Then you must know how this old power system machinery can get crusted over with ice from time to time. That's what's causing these brownouts. I think you can take a laser cutter and break up the ice for us?
Sure, no problem at all. As a former miner, I know my way around a cutter.
Oh, thank you. I guess I'm lucky you showed up then. Just be careful not to hurt yourself or the equipment. I'll continue to monitor things from here.
Okay. Wait, let's pick this up first. Equipment review. Wind turbines continue to ice up. They're the originals, and this being New Homestead and all, it seems fitting to keep them that way. Recommendation is to keep administering repairs. Replacing them while sensible is both costly and diminishes the classic appeal of New Homestead. As such, I'll decline sending a proposal to the appropriate parties at the UC Energy Department. Bogdan Brita, Chief Power Technician. Ooh, it's lagging. Frick. Let's give it a second here. Ugh. Okay. Oh wait, I wonder. Someone mentioned in one of my previous videos, I think. Elemental Pole was the one that can help me gather resources. I wonder how that works with this ice. Nope. Seems pretty standard. We're just going to de-ice all of these, and then we'll go back. Okay.
Careful not to damage the equipment with the cutter while you're working. We don't need any more problems. How's it going out there with the ice?
The ice is all cleared up.
Power systems all look as good as they can be for now. Thanks again for your help.
Guess that's it here. And then let's continue to explore New Homestead. I was hoping for a little bit more for the
I could really go for some of Anya's
chunks
cooking over
thing.
the brown horse.
I was kind of hoping we could discover what's in the secret sauce. Okay.
This colony's a lot smaller than I thought it would be.
Titan, New Homestead.
If you need medical attention, see Dr. Lakota. But a word of warning, she really doesn't care for tourists.
New Homestead's quite the learning experience.
Oh, these are the
Bring
people I
your
scared,
kids.
I think. I'm pretty sure.
It's so cold here. I guess I should have expected that.
I could have
Whoa,
sworn I've seen those
that
silly little space frog posters
Nearly
somewhere
scared
else.
me up to death
Never
until I
thought I'd
realized
see
how
them
fake
here.
it was. I'm learning so much.
Okay, so it's definitely them, but they don't
Everyone
mention
should
anything
at
if you
least
directly
know
talk
what
to them.
life was like for the early colonists. Starsap Tours was voted
Oh, this must be the
best
tour.
historic tour 3 years in a row.
Brochure rough draft. Visit a historical New Homestead and take a comprehensive, genuine Starsap tour. Learn about the early days of humanity's ventures into space. See how people lived in colonies of yore. Speak and interact with traditional Titan citizens experiencing early colony life. Explore the frozen surface of Titan. Okay.
We take vandalism seriously here. You don't mess with history.
Yeah, so these three are obviously the people who were scared, but they
still
don't
can't believe people actually
really
live like
directly mention it.
Ah, to lay eyes on the earth just once.
Oh. We're reading the plaques. Wait. Is it rocks? Okay, natural space debris like asteroids and meteors routinely enters planetary or moon atmospheres to impact the surface below. When a meteor survives its journey through the atmosphere and makes impact, the result is a meteorite, such as the one seen in this display. From left to right, an altered piece of the Gibeon meteorite, which impacted Earth 600 million years ago. Fluorescent meteorite, which impacted Titan 20 million years ago. And a slab of the Nantan meteorite, which is believed to have impacted Earth 800 years ago. Oh. There's so many plaques, I'm probably not going to read them all.
Did you know the museum here is full of old Earth artifacts?
Oh, there's a mine. Huh. But I will just,
Careful. There are some dangerous areas around here that aren't part of any tours.
just click onto these, just so I have it on video, just in case you want to pause it and read it.
Did you see those wind turbines out there?
Oh, HMS Beagle. I guess the Beagle spaceship might be named after this one then.
Careful out there. Some wacko's running around in an Obviously fake monster costume trying to scare.
Various knickknacks. Okay, more meteorites. Oh, wrong button.
It's been a while since I last visited.
Sports photos and memorabilia.
Nice to see this place still has the same charm.
What the hell is this? Antique instrument of unknown origins, Earth, believed to be of West African origin, possibly a type of goni, a harp-like string instrument traditionally used in ceremonies accompanied with chanting and storytelling. This instrument was generously donated to the New Homestead Museum, but its true origins is unfortunately lost to time. Computer. A range of antique computers ranging from the late 1980s to early 2000 to mid 2000s. Okay. And then this one, piggy banks. Commercial reproductions of Earth fauna. Decoy duck. Okay.
Hey, got any fancy trinkets you want to offload?
Probably. Alright, who are you?
Well, hello there, and welcome to my little shop. Are you visiting New Homestead for the first time?
Maybe. Sometimes I party a little bit too hard and wind up in strange places.
Oh, that's funny. It happens to the best of us, I guess. I'm Jay. I'm happy to help you find what you're looking to buy or take a look at whatever you want to sell. Trades of all kinds are welcome here. Or if you have any questions for me about the shop, the merchandise, or even just New Homestead in general, I'm happy to help you.
Do you sell any souvenirs or anything like that?
We used to, but not anymore. Believe it or not, the New Homestead Tourism Board decided a while back to do away with souvenirs. We don't really have the resources or facilities to make them here ourselves, and it was decided that anything less than that would seem exploitive of our people and inauthentic. The only thing we have are these souvenir slates about the history of New Homestead. Tell you what, I've got an extra one here that another guest left behind a while back. You can have it.
Cool. What do you think of all the tourists that come to visit New Homestead?
I love them. Most of us in New Homestead appreciate what tourism does for our economic livelihood, so we go out of our way to make guests feel welcome. Some are indifferent about it, while a few others, I won't name names, are downright resentful of all the tourists and would prefer to be left alone.
We know who.
But that being said, I believe our generally friendly demeanor is a large part of what drives people to keep coming back.
You mentioned something about trading. What sorts of things are you looking for?
Glad you asked. I'm looking for all sorts of things. Anything, really. Clothing, weapons, jewelry, even stuff they consider junk. You name it. We don't get a lot of off-world stock, so I offer to buy things from travelers. Anything they're willing to part with. Between you and me, people around here talk a lot about tradition and whatnot, but even they get curious about what other worlds have to offer.
Okay. Let's see if you have anything special, I suppose.
I'm also interested in buying if you have anything for sale.
Just a basic general store, I suppose. Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
We'll talk to Heller.
Feel free to look around, but don't touch.
Hey, boss, check this out. I found something for you.
I love that he calls me boss. Technically, he's sort of my senior at Argos, but now he calls me boss. Thanks, I appreciate that.
Don't mention it. This seemed like the kind of thing that might come in handy.
I have to hand it to you. This is a pretty clever excuse to slack off from your regular duties.
Slack off? Me? Nah, you got it backwards, boss. I'm going above and beyond here. I'll give you a holler if I find anything else you might like.
Did you have anything to say?
How are you?
Do you mind if I ask you some personal questions?
Go ahead. I'm all ears.
I'd like to know more about your life outside of Argos.
Fine by me.
Where are you from, anyway?
You heard of New Homestead in the Sol System?
Yeah.
Most people haven't. It's out in the sticks, on one of Saturn's moons. That's where I grew up. Not exactly the most exciting place to be a kid. It's got a lot of ice, a lot of wind.
We know.
Not much of anything else. I wasn't exactly torn up about leaving to work for Argos. My family weren't still working the wind farms there. I don't think I'd ever go back.
Real cheap. I think you're gonna like it. I'll drop by with it later
There
after I
are
clean it up.
Wow.
Have a good one.
Jay, I don't know what to say.
Don't worry about it. You just keep on being you.
Just want to listen to that. Okay, there are wind farms on Titan?
Oh yeah, big time. New Homestead was one of the first places people settled after we left Earth. Back then, wind power was all the rage.
Still is, apparently.
Some of the equipment at the farm's been around since the first generation of settlers made it to Titan. And it shows, let me tell you. Lots of people in New Homestead work there, including my mom. It's not the greatest job, but it sure beats the ice mines.
Will you tell me more about growing up here?
Boss, I spent most of my time collecting rocks. For fun. That should tell you everything you need to know about the bustling metropolis that is New Homestead. The place makes Sidonia look like the big city. I had more fun freezing my ass off looking for meteorites than most New Homesteaders do in their entire lives.
How often do you visit your family? We're here right now.
Not enough, according to my mom. But I try to get back every couple months. And I keep in touch when I'm not there.
I can see why you feel that way.
Yeah, I never saw myself living in New Homestead forever. To tell you the truth, I hope my family splits too. My mom's always talked about retiring to Jemison. Of course, that'd be a whole lot easier if she didn't have so many kids to look after. New Atlantis isn't exactly cheap. Hopefully she'll be able to move someday, though. I worry about her. Wind farming's a pretty dangerous job. Maybe someday, when my brothers are older.
How'd you end up working at Argos?
Lynn convinced me. She and some Argos miners stopped by my hometown on Titan to refuel, and I happened to be on shift at the spaceport that day. I noticed some rare minerals in her cargo hold and started chatting with her about them. She was impressed by how much I knew about geology and offered me the gig. It wasn't a hard sell. Lynn seemed like a decent boss, and the salary was great. Besides, my rock collection had gotten as big as it was gonna get on Titan.
You have a rock collection?
Hell yeah, I do. I've been working on it for years.
Nice.
I used to collect mineral samples from meteorites that hit Titan or buy them off pilots at the spaceport. Lynn even contributed to it. She offered me a good-sized chunk of tantalum for my collection as a signing bonus.
Did you ever dig up anything stranger than the artifact I found?
No way. Whatever you found down there had some seriously weird energy coming off of it. Honestly, I hope I never see something like that again in my life.
I'm bringing you to Unity. Are you and Lynn very close?
Yeah, we are. She's been my boss for a long time. I think of her as a friend. Don't tell her I said this, but she's not as much of a hard ass as she'd like you to think. And despite what she says, I know she has a soft spot for me.
So how long have you worked at Argos?
8 years, give or take a couple months. It's been a great job. Pays decent, and my rock collection's never looked better.
I hope you don't regret leaving too much.
I don't. Really. After what happened on Vectera, I seriously needed a break from Argos. And you're not shy about cracking rocks either, so I still get my fix.
Cool. Will you tell me more about your family?
Well, my dad's not in the picture, but I have the best mom in the settled systems. More brothers than you can shake a stick at, too. Raising us gave Mom a real run for her money. It's a miracle she didn't leave us to freeze at one of the ice mines on Titan. We got in all kinds of trouble as kids.
Do you mind if I ask where your father is? At the convenience store still?
Tell you. He split to join a spacer group when I was young, and I haven't heard from him since.
Oh, I probably killed him then.
Broke my poor mom's heart.
How old were you when he left?
I was 12. He left while I was out collecting rocks with a couple of my brothers. Didn't say goodbye or anything. Real class act, huh?
How did your family take it?
Mom took it the hardest. She and my dad were together a long time. I don't think she saw it coming. I sure didn't. And most of my brothers were too young to get what was happening, but they could tell how upset our mom was.
He definitely had a
It was
spacer
hard on
side
everyone.
piece.
But hey, we got through it okay in the end. My mom and I leaned on each other and managed to keep things running while we got back on our feet.
Have you ever tried to get in contact with him?
Nope, and I don't plan on it. He made it pretty clear that he didn't want to know me, so I don't want to know him either.
You don't sound that torn up about it.
I'm not. My family means a lot to me, and my dad treated him like crap, so I didn't have a very hard time writing him off.
How many brothers do you have?
I've got 6. Evan,
Jeez.
James, Ethan, Shane, Lucas, and Finn. Or, boys, get the hell down here, as our mom likes to call us. I'm the oldest by a couple years. Finn's the youngest, he's only 10, and the rest of them are moody teenagers.
Want to tell me more about your mom?
She's a new homesteader, born and raised. Her family's been working the wind farm since the first generation of settlers made it to Titan. She's a great mom. Never lets anyone put her kids down. Oh, you should have seen how mad she got when she found out people at school were making fun of my rock collection. She was so determined to get me to stick with it that she read every geology book I had so she could ask me about my collection.
Damn.
It meant a hell of a lot to me.
I can see you being the kind of kid to cause trouble.
Yeah, you can say that again. My brothers and I are always up to something. It's a good thing I grew up in a town where our definition of getting into trouble was screwing around with old mining equipment. We would have raised all sorts of hell in a big city like New Atlantis.
Anything else?
Whatever floats your boat.
Want to tell me more about your rock collection?
Already taken care of, boss. I donated it to one of the tour companies in New Homestead. Geological formations are one of Titan's big tourist attractions. It hurt my heart a little to give it up, but the woman I donated them to promised they'd give me credit for collecting all the samples, assuming she ever puts them on display. Whether she does or not, I'm glad to know all my hard work won't be gathering dust in a storage unit somewhere.
I guess that's the end of the questioning. So I guess technically
It's one thing to
some of these rocks might be from Heller.
It's another
Huh.
to experience it.
Okay. It's down here, facilities. Can we find your mom?
Yeah, I don't
Sweet
mind the
1.
tourists. They help the local
That's definitely
economy.
not your mom. Sweet 2. Okay.
Off-worlders always ask how.
Storage.
Hey.
Name character.
Hi there. Always nice seeing a new face.
Oh, what the hell? Oh. These are like the sleep crates. Okay, so I think I will end the video here. I think the video is getting pretty long. But in the next video, I think we will do the tour. I heard that was pretty long as well. And then after doing the tour, we'll do more of the monster quests, and then we'll go from there, I guess. Oh, and then if we have time, we'll go to like the Brown Horse Tavern and the mines. And then I don't know. If there's not too much interesting afterwards, I might just cut out some of the stuff. But yeah, from what I saw on the internet, they said Keller has something to say, but doesn't seem to have said anything so far. And he strangely doesn't have a last name. Like, they're supposed to have the last name of like the city their ancestors were from, but he certainly doesn't. So I guess we'll find out more in the next video, or the one after that. But again, I might just cut out some of the boring stuff. So thank you for watching, I'll see you next time. Bye. So I tried to look around a little bit more for Heller's mom and siblings. and I couldn't find them. So I did some Googling, and apparently they don't exist. So, either the Bethesda writers and developers got too lazy and didn't put them into game, or the more likely reason, Heller is a pathological liar and made the whole thing up. Heller with no last name, not to be trusted.